How are you doing, folks? And welcome to another episode of Dark Side of the Kitchen. I am your host, Noel, and today's episode is what kind of chef do you want to be? Um, so that's a pretty broad subject, and the title could be taken in many ways. Um, and this one is more about, you'll see as we go. So, um, my last one where I talked about what it defines, So I wanted to follow on with that, and although sometimes the pressure of a kitchen, how do I put it, brings out certain parts in you, good or bad. There's also certain parts of it where I believe you have control, and it's up to you to let those certain parts come out, and I think as with anything in life, you develop as you go. But like when you start out, no one asks you any of this. You're just a junior chef. You're learning your ropes. Not in culinary school, not when you go into your first kitchen, um, and not there when you're standing there trying to keep up. Which is a simple question of what kind of chef do you want to be? Because at the beginning, you're just trying to survive. You're trying to get up to the pace of it, get up to the intensity of it, and you're trying to learn the basics, stay out of the way, and not mess up. But somewhere along the line, without even realizing it, you start to become something. And the truth is, most chefs don't choose who they become, they drift into it. And this episode is about that. It's about the did you ever stop and think about the chef you want to be? Most people don't even stop to ask. So, the chefs you see, every kitchen has them. The loud one. The one who leads through fear, sharp words, short temper, always pushing. And then there's the quiet one. Doesn't say much, but they do what they do. Everyone listens. Precise, controlled, respected. And I've seen this not just with chefs, I've seen it within the industry. And I'm pretty sure, even though I haven't really worked in many other industries, that a lot of it would be parallel. But I can only talk about the industry I'm in. And you see people who lose it every time it gets busy, can't control it's not control the, how am I putting this? They can't control it themselves. They automatically get loud. They're snapping at people. They're shouting. And they're always the ones that will tell you they're great on service as well. You can never tell them otherwise. They don't listen to us. You can never tell them that actually you're not that good because you keep losing it. You keep shouting, and every service is the same. It's the ones that go through a service without shouting. They're the ones in control. If you raise your voice, you're not in control. And if you think raising your voice puts you in control, it doesn't. But then you have the other ones, the in between the two, mentors. None of them are broken. They used to love what they do. They don't anymore. And when you're coming up through a kitchen, these are your references. These are, whether you like it or not, like this is what the younger chefs are watching, learning, absorbing. The question is, what are you taking from them? You know, there's a cat in the background giving out welly for some strange reason, sitting up on a shelf just meowing, so she can hear us. Do what I do, ignore it. You don't wake up one day and go, I'm going to be a chef. I don't think anybody's ever done that. I firmly believe nobody literally woke up and went, do you know what I want to do with my life? I want to be a chef. It doesn't work that way. It happens in moments, small reactions, a comment you repeat, a tone you adopt, a way of handling pressure. Over time, those moments stack until one day you hear yourself speak and it sounds like someone you used to work for. That's how it happens, not through intention, but through repetition. The pressure doesn't create or reveal who you are. Sorry, the pressure doesn't create who you are, it reveals who you are. It strips it back. And there's a wrong path and there's a cost to it. There's a cycle in certain kitchens. We all know it. It's been there for years. It's pressure passed down, it's anger passed down, standards enforced through fear. I was treated like that, so that's how I'll treat people. And one of the problems with that is it's a mindset. It doesn't build strong kitchens. It builds burnt out ones. It drives people over the edge. It makes good people leave. Because teams don't trust each other. And then people leave the industry completely. And like the interesting part about it is most of that isn't intentional. It's inherited. Most chefs didn't choose the way they are. They just became that because of what they were shown. And it goes for everybody within this industry. And that's the problem, is people are doing it and they don't see it. So you can tell somebody who doesn't see it that they're doing it, because they don't know other way. So how do you break that cycle? Because I ain't the guy that's going to do that for you. I ain't got the answers to that. I'm posing the question. So I'd love to get your comments down below. What do you think of it? You know, it's easy to say it. It's easy to say that those type of kitchens shouldn't exist, and they shouldn't, but they do. Less and less, but they do. But the mindset remains. So how do you throw out the bathwater but keep the baby? You know, how do you change it without, but keep the skill sets? I don't have the answer, by the way. I'm posing the question. Because you can talk to the people who shout and roar, but it won't solve the problem because they won't stop. They'll tell you they don't. I don't know if I said it to him, he'd say, I don't. What are you talking about? I would never do that. Every time. So, until you realize it yourself, nobody else can do it for you, you know what I mean? And there's a cost to that wrong path. Because the cost isn't just you. The cost is those who see you. The cost is those who follow you. And then you will have the guys who are actually, yeah, I do warn chef because I fucking have to, because this and that, because they're not good enough, or all of this, and it's like, no, your training isn't good enough, your systems aren't good enough, your SOPs aren't good enough. It's not the people. Then I think we've all had chef you respect. When I say best chef in this sentence, I don't mean it as in direct. Like, but if you think about the best chef you've worked with, by that I mean that the guy, not necessarily the best cook, or you know what I mean, the guy with the most awards in the world, but just the best chef, as in ability to lead and teach and mentor and develop. Wasn't the loudest. It's not that he wasn't loud; he's just not the loudest. Wasn't the most intimidating, but the one you actually respected. Why? Was it their skill? They definitely had it guaranteed, probably. But it was more than that. It was the way they carried themselves. Calm under pressure, consistent, fair. They didn't need to shout to be heard. That's real control. That's real authority. That's how you run a kitchen. And deep down, that's the kind of chef most people want to be. They just don't know how to get there. And Aaron, that's a conundrum. You choose your standard, and so at some point you have to make a decision. Not in a big moment, not in a, fireworks type thing going off. Not in a dramatic way. Quietly, consistently. What do you stand for? How do you want to lead? What do you tolerate from those around you, and what don't you? Standards aren't what you say, they're what you allow. The way you react when things go wrong. The way you speak to your team. The way you handle the pressure. That's who you are. Not when things are easy. That's a walk in the park. Real chef is, you see him when it ain't easy. Tickets are coming in hard and fast, when the sections are struggling. That's when a leader steps forward and pulls everybody through it. Everybody. That's when it matters, when it's not easy. Thought about this more recently. I presume it's an age thing, because I'm getting fucking old. But one day, I've written this down, one day you will walk out of a kitchen for the last time. Now, this can be any kitchen, by the way. This doesn't have to be the last day that you will be in a kitchen. But no matter what kitchen you're in, one day you will leave it. And people will remember you, but not just for your food, but how it felt to work with you. Because long after you've left the kitchen, no one will remember your food. No one. I can look back at places I worked where I was doing amazing food with some great chefs. And X period of time later, there was nobody left there who remembers I was in that kitchen, that remembers the food. But I have gone back into kitchens years later. People knew who I was from reputation, how I was in the kitchen. Not about my food. It's about who I was. Because they remember how it felt to work with you. Like, did you build people up, or did you break them down? Did you create the standard or enforce one? And there's a huge fucking difference. Because dishes will be forgotten. Menus change. Staff move on. But the way you made people feel, that's legacy. I mean, a kitchen will test you. It will fucking push you. It will force you into moments where you have to decide who you are. You won't always get it right. None of us fucking do. But the difference is whether you're aware of it and whether you're choosing it. Because this job, as in life, this job doesn't just make chefs, it reveals them. So the question I'm going to leave you is, what sort of chef do you want to be? Because it's you who makes that decision. And I can say, for one, I've probably not gotten it right in my time. Some of the time. Try a lot of the time. Fail a bit of the time. You know, there's two versions of you. There's the aggressive shouting one, or there's the calm and composed one. What kind of chef do you want to be? Choose your path. The chef you'll become, what type, it's up to you. So, if you've gotten this far in the video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Follow, share. I always forget to mention this at the start of the video because most people will start the video and not finish it. So, if you've watched this, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Drop me a thought. Drop a comment. Let me know if there's something you'd like me to bring up and talk about. And until next time, we'll keep changing the world one brick at a time.